Hey,
Shalom.
cheese. What is this? 74, I believe.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 74. It's just me and you today. Bryce is gone. He's at a wedding. His wedding. He is getting married.
Yes.
That's a lie, but
Bryce is getting married. Don't listen.
he said last episode, he said, I have to go to my wedding, or I have my wedding this weekend. So he's getting married. That's what it is.
Yep.
Nick is
Being
somewhere.
a bitch.
He said he might be on for this, and then I messaged him. I politely asked him to. I'm going to call Nick out right now. I politely asked him to. I said, hey, would you be interested in participating in the podcast tonight? No reply. He was active the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Dickhead. So, what do you got in the bottle there?
Powerade and Red Bull.
What do you rate it?
Probably. I'm not really a big fan of Powerade though.
What are you, more of a Gatorade guy?
Yeah.
I'm a Powerade guy through and through. I always thought Powerade was better since I was young.
I don't even know what the fuck to rate it. Really.
No.
It's like whatever Powerade's rated at, I'd give it like one higher. Yeah.
See, I feel like
It's only like a 12-ounce Red Bull though.
So would it be better with more Red Bull?
Yes.
Just like a whole thing of Red Bull and a dash of Powerade. Just tweaking.
Yeah, you should put the Powerade in the Red Bull. That's what you should do.
That's honestly probably the smarter way to do it.
But there's a small hole for Red Bull.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Where the tab is, you dirty fuck.
Don't worry about what I do. All right, so we're kind of getting close back to football season here. I mean, we had preseason week 1. I'm not sure if you watched any of the games.
Nope.
I only watched like 3/4 of the Packers versus the Browns. I also have a bone to pick with whoever is doing the scheduling for these fucking games. Because why is the Packers' first preseason game not on like a local channel? It was on like channel 15 for Spectrum, but it wasn't on Fox. They were playing Big Bang Theory. It wasn't on NBC. They were playing Olympic basketball.
Who gives a fuck?
And
about Olympic
CBS, I don't even know what CBS was, but I know. That's what I'm saying.
If there's Olympic basketball, why isn't there Olympic football?
They're going to have it next year.
Yeah,
Or not next year, 2028.
It's the next Olympics or whatever.
If the USA does not take gold, then that we should just abolish our country.
I have a really funny thing to say.
And that is,
so
I'll cut it if it's bad.
No, it's not. It's not. So me and Nick were playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And we were just, I don't know why, but the guy we were going against was talking shit. Or he invited us to a party to talk shit. And he's like some Australian guy. And he was talking so much shit on football.
Really?
And we were talking shit about rugby. And he's like, oh, look at all your guys and all their armor. Fucking like, shut up. Armor. Wearing armor now.
Armor.
We're gonna wear like fucking, the Packers are gonna wear night armor.
I mean, rugby is a tough sport. I'll give them that, but like,
yeah, but like it's gay though.
The collisions of football are higher. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot higher speed, and I feel like there's better athletes in football. So I mean, it makes sense to have the pads.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's why they're all fucking a little slow over there.
Yeah. Getting a scrum for rugby, they all get in one big pile and like hug each other.
They all talk weird?
I don't know, dude.
My aunt, I went over by her house and she was watching like some fucking like Australian or New England show or whatever.
Yeah.
Not New England, fucking the UK. And they're like just talking crazy. Like they say the stupidest shit. And I saw a clip on TikTok. I don't know what the fuck the movie was, but like they say I'll wet you.
I'll what?
I'll wet you.
What is all right.
I'm thinking
that means kill him. I'll wet you? I'll kill you?
Yeah, I'll wet you.
I think that has a different meaning here, but
yeah, they're weird over there.
I'll wet you. Like, what does that mean? Like, if it's killing, is it like blood?
I'm pretty sure it means killing, but yeah, I don't know why.
I feel like that's not a very intimidating way to tell someone you're gonna kill him.
Well, and they say bloody all the time.
Yeah, bloody.
Like what the fuck?
Only Gordon Ramsay my baby. Yeah,
he's the only person I like from there.
Gordon Ramsay when he's bullying people on TV. This fucking, what does he say? This ham tastes like dog's ass. Shit like that.
Me and Jared have been on a really big Bad Friends
Oh my god, dude.
binge lately.
They're funny.
They're
They're funny.
hilarious.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee are hilarious. And Andrew Santino, not to get too technical, but he's a lot better in podcasts than he is in his stand-up. Because like I watched his comedy special. It was all right. It wasn't bad, but like that guy is so much more funny in just like a conversational setting. They do like these little like renditions too of like he's doing an accent, and then Bobby, like the funny thing about Bobby is they always pretend to get like super angry, and he just like can never keep that seriously. He's like, why are you doing an Asian accent right now, dude? And he just starts laughing.
Hakatai. I just saw like the top 5 funny moments from him, and one of them is when Andrew says that dogs can understand the language you speak to them.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, what does a Mexican dog sound like? Hey,
Yeah.
bark, bark. And then when he gets to the Chinese one, he's like, help! Help! That's funny.
That was fun still. They're good. I like them a lot.
Me too.
They're one of my favorite comedy podcasts.
Shane Gillis is definitely best.
Of course, that's number one. Dude, I swear to God, whenever I'm like driving in between places for work, all I do is binge is like Matt and Shane's secret podcast now.
I haven't listened to a podcast probably since I worked at Dorsch.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I'm a pretty like 50-50 split when it comes to like in the car if I'm listening to a podcast or music. It's usually for work at least a lot of the time. Podcasts, but
You should know podcast is pretty good too.
yeah.
You listen to that one?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I may have seen clips. I never like listened to an episode though.
Yeah. One guy is basically just like the stupidest fucking guy in the world, and the
Really?
other one isn't. Yeah.
That's smooth.
They're both like 6'7" too.
Holy shit! They should be playing basketball,
They
not
are.
podcasting. Put a basketball in that guy's hand.
They do
not a
like
mic.
they do like some creator league,
Oh really?
or they're part of it.
Are
don't
they any
host
good?
it. I have no fucking clue. I don't watch basketball.
I know I would not be good at basketball if you put me in a setting where I had to play it.
Mm-mm.
I'm too weak
Anyways,
for that.
I think we should get to football topics. I mean, there's not really
Yeah.
much, but
Well, we were talking about the shoulder pads before. I have another thing that made me think about the Guardian caps. They're allowed to wear them in the league now. We knew about this
why?
beforehand. What's your opinion on like players wearing it? We saw Jonathan Taylor wear it. And, like,
It just looks fucking stupid.
I'm in agreement with that.
I mean, it's not a bad thing that they do, but
Yeah, I'm really conflicted about it because like
yeah,
on one end I get why they're wearing it. Like, yes, player safety should be top priority. Whatever.
it's NFL. It's not though.
Yeah,
It's not top priority.
it should be like, oh, we want the players to be safer. I'm all for that, but like also it looks dumb.
Fucking so dumb.
And I'm sure eventually you could get over it, but like also too, I feel like, and I had this conversation with Nick, like was that last night or 2 nights ago or something. But when you play football, I'm not saying that like we don't want you to be safe at all, but I feel like there's a certain amount of risk you realize you're getting yourself into. It's not the safest sport, and that's okay.
Well, they know that.
I feel like that's something that should be known when you sign up to play football. It's like, hey, you might get hurt,
You
and
might die.
that's why they make a lot of money.
Yeah. Fuck.
And maybe I have no right to speak on it because I'm not out there risking my life. to
I'll
play
go
football.
out there in like fucking the old time gear, like the single
Oh,
bar
yeah.
fucking helmet if we
If
get
you're
paid
paying
that
me,
much.
like Jordan Love's new contract, if I'm making
Yeah,
like
I'd
15
go
million,
out there without pads.
hell, you
I
can
don't
give
give
me
a fuck.
10 million a year and I go out there and do it.
You even get hurt, and you're still making that money.
Yeah,
Just not as much because you aren't getting your incentives or anything.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, you still get a good guaranteed amount.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Isn't Jordan Love's like?
I don't remember how much is guaranteed. I know it's a lot,
Yeah.
but I was just watching a
good
clip.
majority of it.
I was watching a clip about Devontae Adams explaining why he left the Packers for the Raiders, and he was saying like, "Oh, there was no security at all. Like, I was asking for them to pay me this much, and like, so I was okay over this long, and I had like some job security in case I got hurt or anything, and they were only willing to give me like 12 mil for the year, and that was less than this, or like that was less than just franchise tagging me." And I was stopped and paused for a second. I was like, $12 million.
Yeah, but you could make more.
And that's not job security. Like, it's different to these guys because they make so much money. But you hear that as a normal person, you're like $12 million fucking dollars, and like you're
I'd be
brushing
fine
that
with
off like
100
it's nothing.
grand a year. Fuck.
Yeah. and they probably get taxed what? Probably 40% almost on what they make, but that's still like $6 million, $7 million.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about like, oh, they're not paying me enough. I'm not worth this
He
amount.
fucking hates it there, though.
Yeah. Well,
You
he's
see all
flipped
these
his
clips of
story so
him
much too.
getting all fucking pissed off because he's getting hit so much.
Yeah.
Getting hit so much.
And he went there to play with Derek Carr because he was college teammates with him. Derek Carr's gone. He's out of the picture now. I mean, he
now
was
it's fucking what? Jimmy G?
not even Jimmy G anymore. They got Gardner Minshew this year. They signed
Oh.
him. Yeah, they had Jimmy G. Jimmy G sucked. And I think Devontae Adams agreed that Jimmy G sucked.
Yeah, he didn't.
So they put in Aiden O'Connell. He was not great, but that guy, not to say he's not going to be a star or anything, but he's not. Like the potential for him to be very good is pretty low. So he's like maybe a solid backup at best. Beth.
Beef sticks getting to you or what?
I have a little piece of jerky on my tongue there. I was trying not to spit it out, so I went Beth. But
Jesus Christ.
now they brought in Gardner Minshew, who I believe is a temporary solution. That guy's not. He's
I
good.
hope they wouldn't stick with him.
Yeah,
It seems like a backup at best.
he's like putting a Band-Aid over a huge like crack. It's kind of like
bullet hole.
Yeah. There you go. There's your classic saying there.
Morgan Wallen.
Is that a Morgan Wallen song?
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Morgan Wallen guy, so I would not know.
He's all right.
Yeah, I'm never going to choose to turn Morgan Wallen on, but
I don't really choose to put country on in the first place.
I got to be in the mood for it.
I have to be in the mood,
Yeah.
which rarely comes, but right now I'm on a classic rock hint.
There you go.
A lot of Def Leppard.
Oh, dude, Def Leppard's so fire.
Yeah.
I love it. You got to listen to Round and Round by Rat. That song's fire.
I know.
That's probably like one of my favorite classic rock songs of all time.
What comes around?
Goes around. Yes, indeed. I'll tell you why. But like I was saying about Gardner Minshew, he is like putting a Band-Aid over a bullet hole. You have a big hole at quarterback. Devontae Adams I don't think he's happy. I mean, he will
What I saw.
smile and say that, oh, I'm happier here now. I don't think he's pleased. He probably wants to go somewhere where he can win a championship, and the Raiders are not that team.
I don't give a fuck about a championship. Give me that money.
Right.
Whoever's paying me the most, that's where I'm going.
And he flipped his story a lot about like saying originally he said he wanted to go to the Raiders to play with Derek Carr, but now Derek Carr is gone, and now he's like, oh well, I went there because of job security and like they paid me. This guy's gonna fucking eat shit into the.
I'm gonna take this fucking curtain down again.
But do you think any part of that was like he didn't believe in Jordan Love?
I mean, well, he was gone before Jordan Love. Or before Aaron was out.
Yeah, but he knew Aaron was going.
I guess. I don't
He's like, Aaron's time is going to come to an end here because he left a year before Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he knew Aaron was probably coming to the end of the line. And then Aaron went to the Jets. And now he was thinking, fuck, am I going to be stuck with Jordan Love? And maybe I don't believe in Jordan Love, which fair enough. A lot of people didn't. And I personally believed in him, but that was also just kind of a bias because I am a Packers fan. Yeah. It was like more of like a desperate hope per se, not so much like, oh, I know this guy's going to be good. It'd be like,
fucking better.
I'd be like, oh, be good. Literally all my like hope in Jordan Love last year before the season was like based off of one game he played against the Eagles where he came in and he played like 2 drives and he tore it up. And I was like, oh, this guy, he might be pretty decent. All right,
dog.
Let's not. And I was sick of all the fucking people dogging on him, like without even him playing a legitimate full game and being the starter for a bit. Like they were dogging on him before the first regular season game. They're like, oh, the Packers are going to suck now. They're not going to have a good quarterback. Oh, they're going to be terrible. They're doomed for the rest of the year. And then he went in and tore it up after a while. So that felt good. But
speaking of Packers' old wide receivers, you see Randall Cobb retired?
I did see that. Yeah. That's a long career for that guy. And I feel like he was a guy that was really kind of like,
where the fuck, what team was he even on? I don't even know.
Well, he was on the Packers and then he went to the Cowboys after, I think, and they played for the Texans for a bit. And then he came back to the Packers, then to the Jets for like a year.
You see fucking the whole CeeDee Lamb shit?
Yeah, I saw.
That's fucked up.
I heard the Cowboys are willing to offer $33 million a year now. but like they were saying he might seek a trade. It's the same thing with the Brandon Ayuk situation.
Yeah, that's fucked up too. I've been seeing a lot of fucking like the Packers shit. I think it was
Oh,
like Christian Watson and then a couple draft picks for him.
yeah. It'd be cool if the Packers would trade for CeeDee Lamb, but I feel like there's just no way they'd do it. But who knows? With like, I wouldn't think they would
Christian
go.
Watson's not bad either, though.
Yeah, he's good. I just feel like he's not consistent. That's my issue with Christian
Yeah.
Watson is that like, and he can never stay healthy. That guy's made of
Very injury prone.
he has glass bones and paper skin. He's literally the dude for SpongeBob. Every morning I wake up, I break my legs,
Yeah.
and he goes out there. He makes like one catch. He goes up for a ball, comes down, like tears his ACL or some shit, or like tweaks his knee, and like, oh, Christian Watson now is on the injury report for 3 weeks. Oh, okay, go figure. That's why I've always been a Romeo Doubs wide receiver one guy, which I think that is true. Although the Packers don't really have a wide receiver one, I will say
Antavian Wicks.
that guy's fire too. He's really good. I am fucking sick of all these fantasy analysts being like, oh, who's the Packers' true wide receiver one? Guess what? There is none. They're all the same.
Will Melton. What a fucking stud he is, too.
Dude,
That's the first black man I've ever seen with a handlebar, or like a fucking Fu Manchu, kind of.
Does he have a Fu Manchu?
Kind of.
I kind of missed that.
Did you
last
not
week.
see it?
No, I didn't see that. I know he had.
I don't know if you'd call it a Fu Manchu, but it's down pretty far past the lip.
He had a bad preseason game last week. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, everyone has their games. I saw Jordan Love went in there too, and now he has like the best passer rating in preseason out of the whole NFL because he went in there, he threw 2 passes, and one of them was a touchdown to Dontavian Wicks for like 60 yards.
Am I thinking of the wrong person here?
You might be, I don't know. But the Packers wide receiver room is so deep, it's unreal. But we need to know who the wide receiver one is. If you were to rank it, I would say Romeo Doubs first, Jaden Reed second. Give me Wicks third,
It's pretty
Watson
close.
fourth. That's what I would say. It is pretty close across the board. And both of the tight ends are decent too. I'm not going to say they're good, but I personally think they're good. Most people would probably say they're decent at least. Musgrave and Kraft, they're pretty good. So
Maybe it's not a handlebar, but like, come on, that's weird.
that is
You usually
weird.
don't see it go down at all.
That's true. Looks like a baller. Bo Melton stud.
Yeah, here you go.
Look at that, man.
Yo,
Look at that beast.
stud.
I wish the Packers would have drafted his brother this year. His brother Max Melton as a corner out of Rutgers. I forget what team he got drafted to, but
Oh yeah, look at that one.
that would have been kind of sick. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
It's pretty studly.
All right, now settle down.
Come on now. Pretty good. How about the Vikings with you hear about JJ McCarthy getting
Dude,
hurt?
they're fucked.
Jordan Addison hurt too.
Yeah, and fucking that one guy that died.
Oh yeah, the one corner RIP, I forgot. Kyrie Thomas, I think his name was. I don't know. I might have had that wrong, but that's or was it Jackson? I
That
don't know.
sucks a lot.
That's tough.
You get drafted and then, well, it's not like he's gonna fucking know, but
Yeah. Well, that's just an unfortunate thing to happen. And then like I don't care who you are, but it's pretty messed up. I think I saw on TikTok one
I've
time
been seeing a lot of those. I know exactly what you're talking
someone made like a womp womp thing about
Yeah.
it. Like that's fucked up, dude.
about. I saw a Packers fan do that, and
Yeah.
everyone's in the comment. It's
Disowned.
like, yeah,
You're not a Packers
we
fan,
do not
bro.
blame him.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's
real.
you know, at the end of the day, it's just football. This shit's not even real.
Yeah.
Dude, life's not even real, man, but it's like that.
You know what I don't like? Fucking this purple and yellow sombrero is not as good as green and gold.
It was very weird to look at when I saw it this week. I saw Aaron Jones
Yeah.
put out like an Instagram post or something. Purple, yellow
Weird.
sombrero. Just don't like it.
Me either.
Maybe I'm just hating, but I feel like he's gonna have a pretty down year this year.
So
I'm
what do
not gonna
you
lie.
think happened with his hair? Why is it so far back?
Well, he is getting older.
But
Maybe there's a gene in his family where they have a receding hairline.
this, I don't think.
That'd be my guess. What are the Vikings gonna do at quarterback now? What do? You got Sam Darnold. And you laugh as I say Sam Darnold.
You better start fucking trading.
I know, right? Like, and it sucks too because I for one was a Sam Darnold believer his whole career up until like after his stint with Carolina because he got drafted by the Jets, and he was like 3rd overall pick. That was the same draft as Baker. And I was like, the Browns need to take Sam Darnold number 1. He's the best quarterback in the class. They need to take Sam Darnold number 1. They take Baker. I was like, oh, what are you doing? Why would you take Baker? Baker's going to be a bust, dude. And then Sam Darnold went to the Jets, sucked on the Jets. He was pretty bad. And then he went to Carolina, and I was like, okay, maybe it was just a Jet scheme. Sam Darnold's got talent, man. Like, he's going to figure it out in Carolina. Lo and behold, didn't figure it out. And then I think he went to be a backup like one other place, and then he went to the Niners, and now he's getting another opportunity. I can't believe in him anymore. I can't do it.
Do you think Bryce Young's actually going to do good this year?
Man.
Now that he's got a feel for Carolina?
I want him to succeed. I don't think he's going to. It's just too much of a, no hate to them, but they're a dog shit franchise. But
hey, you used to like him too.
I know. I used to be a Cam Newton super fan when I was a kid, man. That was great. Cam Newton was legit. The feeling of like 2015 Cam Newton, that was the peak of him. It doesn't get better than that, all right? It doesn't get better than that.
Fucking fanboy over
I know. He was like running bitches over, hitting when the dab was cool.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
He's doing the Superman
That was
pose.
a long time ago.
Peak NFL right there. That's like a core memory of my childhood. But
I feel like him hitting the Superman pose is like Rogers is fucking the belt.
yeah, it is like that. It's an iconic thing where you're like, yep, that's the pose. But I feel like once I got older, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be a Packers fan because
Back to that. What age should you have your team set?
yeah. What did we even decide on that? I thought it was like,
It was like 13.
yeah, I thought it was like 13, 14 something.
Yeah.
But eventually I was like, okay, I should just be a Packers fan. So I made the transition back over, stopped fucking around with the Panthers, and
Yeah. Good.
Came back home.
Look at it now.
Yeah, I know. I made a
Good thing
smart
you did.
decision there, right?
Yeah. Dodged a bullet.
Yeah. And you got Dalton, still a Panthers fan, and now he's got to deal with Bryce Young, who's. I want him to do good. He's gonna suck though. I think he's gonna, and like bringing in Xavier Legette, big wide receiver. They spent like the last pick of the first round on him. I just don't know about him. I hope he's good. I don't think he will be, and they just don't have the pieces. They might be one of the worst teams in football this year. Same thing with the Giants. The Giants are going to be pretty bad this year. They got no one. Well, they got Brian Burns now, but Daniel Jones is still bad. You know, they have no one at running back because Saquon's gone now. He's on the Eagles. And that wide receiver, they have Malik Neighbors now, who might be okay, but I feel like
Malik Neighbors?
Malik Neighbors, that's his name.
Odd name.
He was drafted in the top 10, and he's a guy that when you watch him in like interviews and stuff, I feel like he doesn't even want to be there. Like, he doesn't seem like he wants to be a New York Giant ever since he got drafted.
Look at me. What an asshole. I didn't even fucking put it on the poster.
Wow, what a fucking Neanderthal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, though, no, Bryce Young will be bad this year. He'll be probably bad. So that's what I think about it.
You know, I should have brought this up before, but when we were talking about Brandon Ayuk, but now we're going to go back to it.
Yes.
Steelers. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the Steelers.
He wants to be traded to the Steelers is what I hear. And I honestly, now this could be the boring answer, but I feel like for both Brandon Ayuk and CeeDee Lamb, though, they're not going to go anywhere. I feel like they're eventually just going to get deals because I feel like this happens a lot where these guys try to like leverage it, like, well, I'm requesting a trade because you won't pay me. Mm-hmm. And then eventually the teams have to pony up the money and be like, all right, I'll give you your money. But
well, fucking Jerry said that he wasn't in a rush to do it.
Oh, really? What, for CD?
Yeah.
Did he change his stance on that at all, though?
This is like right when the first word of it came out.
I feel like you can't lose CeeDee Lamb if you're the Cowboys.
Yeah, fucking who else do they have?
Yeah, I feel like if you lose CeeDee Lamb, you got to blow it all up because eventually you have to pay Dak too, and I don't think they want to
get rid of Dak. He's good in preseason or fucking normal season, but
yeah,
you can't fucking do shit in the playoffs.
The Cowboys hit a wall every year where they're like they might be.
It's our year.
Yeah,
our year, guys.
They have like a decent regular season, but in the playoffs they just fall apart every year.
I think I might have more hope for Carolina than I do for The Cowboys in the playoffs. Yeah.
That's fair. I will never put my stock on the Cowboys again to make it to. Did I say? Fuck, I don't remember my Super Bowl prediction last year.
There's no way that the Cowboys were in it, though.
Oh, no, I don't think it was. I think I had 49ers Bengals is what I had last year, which I was right about one team. Other team, not so much. But I don't know. I'm not putting my stock on the Cowboys again this year. I can't do it. They're going to be bad. And Brandon Ayuk, last thing to touch on that. They had a deal done for him to go to the Browns. He declined it. He said,
Yeah, who the fuck wants to play for the Browns?
Yeah, it's fair. But he said, I don't want to go there. So he
I wouldn't
really
either.
only wants to go to the Steelers, which is wild. But he holds all the power in this situation.
Come to Green Bay. I'd love to have Brandon Ayuk. That'd be sick.
That'd be cool. He'd make
good.
up some like pussy reason though not to come here and be like, it's
Yeah.
too cold. I don't want to play it for a
I'm
cold.
actually
weather team.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah, there you go. He'd be like, I don't like dairy. I don't like cheese curds. Sorry. That'd be wild. But
I know we brought this up in a past episode, but since we're talking about cheese in Green Bay,
yes.
you think the brat lady's real?
Yeah, we did talk about this. She probably is. Why not?
Dude,
Give
I would be
players brats.
so happy to be an away team and come play them and get a fucking free brat after.
Yeah, we're all about hospitality here, man.
Fucking amazing.
That's just the Midwest nice, shining through. We gotta be nice to people even that we don't like. So
I saw top like people rank NFL stadiums. We were number one.
I did see that. I saw a ranking of every single professional sports stadium, like the Big
We
Four,
were number one.
and Lambeau number one, which is right. It's
Damn
100%
right, baby.
It's the best stadium in all of sports because not only
It's original.
yes,
We
it's
don't need
original.
no fucking dome or none of that pussy shit.
Yeah, what about that, dude? I fucking can't stand that all these stadiums up here, they want to go to dome stadiums.
Green Bay does?
No, Green Bay doesn't.
Oh.
We're like the one outlier, but like the Cleveland Browns, they're in a cold weather climate. They want to build, or they just revealed a new proposition to build like a domed stadium. Minnesota
Dude.
just went to a dome. The Bears, when they build a new stadium, they want to go to a dome. All these people want to
Well,
go to
we
indoor
can't
stadiums.
really. We're the frozen tundra. You can't just fucking say you're the frozen tundra and then be in a fucking closed
Well, the
stadium.
Vikings they put out their Winter Warrior uniforms when they play inside.
When you're playing inside, fuck you.
I know that's ridiculous, but
That's so stupid.
it's a business move for all these teams though. It's not about the actual team. It's about being able to host events for we can host concerts in here, or we can host the Final Four for like basketball, or we can have this event, which I understand from a business perspective, but I just hate that they want to do that.
Yeah, but if we would go to a dome, that's like fucking the Seahawks getting rid of all their fucking like the wall or the fucking half roof
to like contain the sound in.
Yeah, that would be fucking stupid.
I just don't understand the point of like football. They're doing everything in their power, it feels like, to take away what truly makes the game. Like it's the one game that's played outside in the elements, and the elements have always been a part of football. Like think about the fucking in the 60s, like the Ice Bowl, like the Packers and Cowboys playing in like negative 30-degree weather or whatever it was.
Or the Dolphins and who was that this year? Where it's super cold.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, the Dolphins and the Chiefs.
Like negative 30 out, and like you think of all the snow games that have happened. And
let's be honest, fucking Lambeau would look so fucking stupid with a dome on top.
Yeah, it would. That would
look terrible.
It's such like a bitch move to do.
And honestly. How are the Jumbotrons gonna fucking stay up there then?
I have no idea.
They just put them fuckers in last year.
You know how much it would cost the city of Green Bay to put
I'm glad I don't
a
live
roof
there.
on Lambeau? Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
Taxes would be through the roof. That's a whole nother discussion. Thank God Bryce is not here to Thank God Bryce is not here to talk about that. Dude, I think he did the gulp, but I have a thing about Bryce. Bryce is definitely like he's like your uncle that just goes off on politics nonstop. He's like has to put his 2 cents in about all of it. Like Bryce, if you're watching this is what you do every time.
Bryce, fuck you.
You're like, well, you know what I think about this? Like, I'll tell you what's wrong with America nowadays.
Bryce,
like,
this is what you get for not showing up.
Yeah.
Fuck the wedding.
This is what happens when you don't show up to a podcast. You just get torn
We're
apart.
a dog on you.
That's what we did to Nick at the start of the episode, and now we're just doing this to Bryce.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
It happens to him.
Can't wait till next week when I'm not here.
I don't
Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna dog on you.
I
like,
actually am gonna be here next week.
oh, okay.
Maybe.
You're not gonna show up like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin in the middle of the podcast, glass break, and be like, "What the fuck were you saying about me?" Be like, Mason is such a fucking bitch. What was that? Like, oh, nothing, sir. I was just saying, you were really cool. So, yeah, but yes, Bryce is just angry political uncle at heart. He is. He just gets fired up. Sometimes when I do podcasts with Bryce, if it's just me and him, he'll start getting on a political rant, and I'll just kind of let him. Like, you see, what you do to him is you like shut him down immediately.
Yeah.
I kind of let him stir a little
It's
bit.
funny.
I'm like, okay, let's see where this is going, and then he starts getting off the deep end. I'm like, hey, all right, well, back to football.
Yeah, I do shut him down like right
You're like, yeah, we don't want to talk about this. On to the next. But yes. All right, we're running up on like 30 minutes. I got one last thing to talk about.
Jared's coming out of the closet.
Yeah, totally. Bengals. They're orange pants.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I like it. I like the uniform. Isn't that gonna be like week 1?
Yeah, against the Patriots, they're wearing all orange.
I dig it. Is that like that's their new color rush then?
Well, it's not like a new color rush. It's just like alternative pants.
Yeah, but it's basically color. Everything is orange.
Yes. But they'll have like the whiteout. They'll have an orange. They have black uniforms, but orange.
What
helmets
is their
are-
color rush then?
Well, they don't really do color rushes anymore. The teams,
Oh,
some teams
That's
have
dumb.
adopted their color rush uniforms as an alternate. Like the Packers still wear the all white,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
fuck, what's another team that I can't even think of another team that does
I have
that
something
right
to
now.
talk about too.
But the Steelers sometimes wear an all black uniform, but
I do not like their Bumblebee one. It's so bad.
it's not bad. You and Bryce both
It's
don't
bad.
like it. I remember I've been trying to like put together some clips for more compilations. And I remember scrolling back through the TikTok and seeing the one where me and Bryce were talking about the Steelers Bumblebee uniforms. He doesn't like them. But
It's not good.
I'll tell you why I like them. And I'm going to make this brief because I already talked about this before.
It looks like a rugby jersey, kind of.
But
But anyways,
they are so bad that they're good. I like them.
no, that doesn't even make sense.
They're just so hideous that they're like,
That's
yes,
a good idea.
they're striped. They got like a white box up there on the numbers. It's
No.
the most
That's terrible.
ridiculous shit you've seen. And that's why it's good.
Does it or does it not look like a rugby jersey
Yeah, it looks like a rugby jersey.
or a soccer jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's just a nostalgia thing of like, oh, those are dope. Bring them back, at least for like one game.
What about the ACME Packers then?
Bring them back. They're so bad that they're good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna finish the thing so I can say something here.
Oh, that's all I had to say about. Oh, Eagles, bring back the yellow and blue too. Why not?
No,
Just for one game.
they
Come on.
are. They are when they play in Brazil. If they're still playing in Brazil,
I don't think they're playing in Brazil anymore.
I'm
Pretty sure they're not doing it.
Anyways, if they do play in Brazil, they got the dog shit ugly fucking Eagles uniform and the dog shit ugly Packers uniforms. The ACME Packers and the blue and yellow. I don't know how that's an Eagle thing.
It's like from the 30s or some
Yeah,
shit. I don't
even though
remember.
neither one of those are the team color, but
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think they're even gonna end up playing that in Brazil. I'm pretty sure it's canceled already. But I
Yeah.
don't know.
what was the NFL thinking? Like actually.
Hey, fuck the NFL if you're scheduling it on a Friday night of all
Yeah.
times.
And if you don't know this, the place that they would play in Brazil, you can't wear green.
Yeah, it's something like
It's like-
rivalry
yeah.
related. Yeah. It's
Like
something
some
like that.
gang fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Cartel, mafia, whatever. They call
Brazil's
it out
wild
there.
place.
Yeah, but anyways, you take two teams where their primary color is green to go to a place where you can't go wear green.
I'm gonna assume there wasn't a lot of thought put into that.
No, there was not.
I'm gonna go with that. So interesting, very interesting. So what was the last thing you had?
That was it.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of tied in really well.
Yes, I think it did. So
It was
yes,
probably dog shit. But
we'll
this
put
is
a.
getting better the more you drink at the end.
Is it less Red Bull though?
It's more Red Bull.
How's it more Red Bull? Is it? No, does it like
Try it.
do they have like different densities?
I don't know, but you can definitely tell that there's more Red Bull now.
That's weird. That is like more
It's
Red
good.
Bull.
You'd think it'd be up top since it's carbonated.
The science experiment. Red Bull is actually heavier than Powerade. Just so you know. Now I know. Yeah, wipe it off. Wipe my.
Don't want your HIV on here.
All right. All right. But okay. That's all I have for this episode. I eventually
If you
plan
haven't
on.
tried this, try it.
It might take me a bit but I do plan on making some more compilation stuff. I think I'm gonna do a series, and I'm gonna do a best of just individual people on this podcast. So like, best of Bryce, best of you, best of me,
Best of Bryce is
Dalton.
just gonna be all like fucking tax talk and financial talk.
Gonna have like a good 30-minute chunk in there where it's
Yeah.
just Bryce talking
all
about
it is.
the finance.
Yeah.
Maybe Bryce does a-
401ks, Roth IRAs.
Dude, that gets Bryce fired up. He might
Yeah, it
just be a
does.
finance bro.
He does get fired up when you start talking about like retirement plans. It's the weirdest fucking
He
thing.
might show up next week wearing a Patagonia vest or something.
Hey, put the thing up.
Oh shit!
What
One-
number is it?
It's gonna be over here. Oh,
Oh,
there's
first
the name
try.
tag. Download. Oh, we don't have that anymore. Oh, shout out Doorborn. They just actually commented on one of our things saying that we were back now, so that's pretty neat. And I don't know where I have the rogue thing, so
Just press them all. It'll pop up. Do you even have one?
I must not. Hey, this episode is sponsored by Rogue Energy. I don't have the ad read together, but it is
Shut 'em up since it's so good.
extreme energy. This one is black cherry lemonade. It's 0 sugar, natural caffeine. There's intense focus, extreme energy, no artificial colors, and a transparent label. Buy Rogue Energy. Use the code HardCountHeroes at checkout for 10% off. That's HardCountHeroes. And yeah, I'll probably put out some comps in the future. We're back with the episodes, back in a good routine. So it'll be fun. It should be fun. Maybe we'll get Nick on
Nick's
an episode.
still not. Ha! Don't listen to that. He
Maybe
ain't
if you
coming.
wish upon a star.
He is posting more on the TikTok now, though. So now we actually have
I
some
can't-
content rolling out.
Yeah, I can't dunk on Nick. He's posting more on the TikTok than I am. So.
I have an idea for when we end.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
But yeah,
Yep.
that was it.
We'll call
We're back, bitches.
Yep, we'll be back next week.